Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we want to analyze this speech that was made by one of our minister according to the saga that has been going on between police and civilian, because recently there have been fighting of police fighting the civilians. It's been going on in Cameroon. So and there are two things that I want to talk about this speech. The first, before I start, I want to read his speech, so you guys should understand what I'm trying to say. Then I will explain the two things I want to analyze here. I quote, "Any individual caught exercising violence or assault against a police officer in the course of his work will henceforth face the law. There will be no point in trying to run away. No citizen has the right to exercise violence on police officer in the performance of his job, regardless of his social rank." Okay, that was a speech by Paul Atanga. That's a minister of territorial administration. So guys, there are two things that draw me to analyze this speech. First, Cameroon is a bilingual country. We don't have a hub language. We don't have a main language, or say this is the main language or this is the first language. You cannot come, this is a Northwesterner, you cannot come online, you want to make speech. This crisis is not happening only in the French zone. It's happening also in the Anglophone zone. So if you make your speech in French, make sure you make your speech also in English. Don't go and write on your Facebook or whatever. Because if we want to listen to that speech took almost like 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So the same way you give your energy to make a speech in French is the same way you have to give that same energy to make a speech in English. Not everybody, Cameroon is bilingual, but not everybody understands the language. Some people like me, we just hear this banga French and we just try to memorize what the person is trying to say. Okay, that's the first mistake he did. The second mistake, the way he analyzed the issue of police or the gendarmerie abusing their right by fighting the civilian. That's something that government has to take note. This is a public thing. These police people, first of all, you have to check your police or your gendarmerie, what they are doing. Because at the end of it, nobody with the right sense will come in front and want to fight a police or want to fight gendarmerie. Only their uniform give them that respect. But when the people that are wearing that uniform start disrespecting human rights, when they start disrespecting the civilian because they are wearing uniform, the civilian will no longer look at those uniform. Because I remember in those days, when you look anybody that is wearing police, gendarme, you are already scared, not because of the person, but because of the uniform. Or should I say, we are not even scared, we just respect them. Yeah, that's the right language I should use. We just respect them, So we just respect these people according to their uniform. We don't even look at the rank. He's saying rank. Who cares to look at the rank? We don't care how to look at the rank. So he first of all has to speak to his people. They should respect the way they treat people. Police people, if they are looking for bribe, they will maltreat you. They will treat you like you are nobody because they are wearing uniform. Maybe they want to ask you particulars of your car. They will even start asking the kind of particulars that are not even necessary, just because they want you to give them money. And if you don't give them money, they start oppressing you. So you don't allow people to oppress you because they wear uniform. So please, Mr. Minister, address your people. Address your people, because if you talk about violence, the police, the gendarmes in Cameroon, they are the first people. They are the first people to leash out violence to the civilians. They are the first people, because they wear uniform, they think they can just climb on our head. We are tired. We are tired. Before, it was not like this in Cameroon, but the people become so tired. Now they are taking it into their own hand. Nobody will allow a policeman beating him, hitting him, and say, no, we go to court. Go to court for where? Not everybody has that money. And you don't even know if you go to court, you will win that money. So if the police doesn't fight the civilian will not fight them. They can talk like two normal people. They can talk like two normal, I don't know how I should say, educated or civilized people. I'm not supporting that civilians to fight police. I, for one, I just hate violence. I just hate violence. I, for one. But the stage where policemen will even use that their stick and they will hit your head, expecting you to say, let's go because, I will not fight back because it's a police. They don't have that right because they are human beings like the same civilian. So, Mr. Minister, if you want to address the public, first of all, address both sides. Address the civilians and address the military. Address both sides, because now you are giving them right to treat people anyhow. This is a really messed up thing.